What's up YouTube, this is Roy from Third Duelist, and today I'm bringing you another deck profile. I got my Koa'ki Meirus, or as I like to call them, Koa'kis. Before we get started, pardon Mike's loud voice in the background if you hear it. He's sitting in the same room and he doesn't want to be quiet. So let's get started. Start off with the Koa'kis. Run 3 Urnite. This is the main guy you want to get to. You reveal the Iron Core and you're supposed to summon another Koa'ki Meiru monster from your deck, and you get into instant rank 4 plays. It's really, really nice. This is the guy you're always want to go for. So, 3 Urnite. 3 Crusader. This is the one you're going to bring out with Urnite most of the time. When this one destroys opponent's monster by battle, you can add another Koa'ki Meiru card from your graveyard to your hand. It can be any of the spells and traps or the monsters. It's just really nice to get your resources back, and well-rounded card. And for the last Koa'ki Meiru monster I play is 1 ice. I can discard a card and destroy a special summon monster, and it's not once per turn, so it's really nice. If I have a cloggy hand, I need to get rid of some stuff, and my opponent has a board that I need to get rid of. This is really nice, and it's another target for Urnite. That is all the Koa'ki Meiru monsters I play. I also play 2 bear and 1 gorilla. Because the Urnites and the Crusaders are Beast Warrior, I decide why not play some Fire Fist in here too. I really do like the 2 bear, 1 gorilla. If I wanted to, I could run 2 of each, but the deck space in here is really, really tight, and gorilla's okay at 1. But I do like 2 bear. And because I have the small Fire Fist engine in here, of course I've got the 3 Wolf Barks. You need this. There's so many plays you can use with the Urnite and summoning the Crusader, searching, doing an extra normal summon of the Wolf Bark, and then be able to get one of your bears or your gorillas or the other Wolf Barks from your graveyard. And just the amount of rank 4s you can make in 1 turn is amazing. So, Wolf Bark at 3. And the last of the monsters I play are 2 Maxi. I know this has been going out of favor lately, but I really like getting this deck because you want to get to your plays faster, and I felt like Maxi was a pretty good choice for that. It's also really good side deck fodder, but I do like 2 Maxi in here. It's worked out pretty well. So, on to the spells. I run 3 Diamond Core. This one searches for any of my Koa'ki Meiru stuff, so I can grab any of the monsters. I can grab another one of these to deck thin. I can grab the Iron Cores, whatever I happen to need. Also, I can banish it from graveyard and protect my monsters for that turn, all the Koa'ki Meiru monsters. And then I run 2 Iron Core. This thing is dead drawing it, but you need it for the Urnite plays. Also, you can add it to your hand from the graveyard instead of drawing. So 3 is just too cloggy, but 1's not enough because it can be banished. There's just a lot of things that can happen to it. But 2 seems to work out pretty well, so 2 of them. And because I'm playing mostly Beast Warriors, everything in here is Beast Warrior except for the ice, I run 3 Tenki, search out whatever I need, and this is really essential to the play too. Also, if I get the Crusaders attack up, it's easier to run over my opponent's monsters, and then I can grab back resources, so it's really nice having Tenki in here. I would run more, but I only have 3 I can use. I also run 1 Tensu because this deck can OTK, and Tensu really helps with that. I feel like more than 1 is not necessary though, though this thing is an MST target more than Tenki is, but it's nice, and I have it at 1. On to the staples. Run 1 Raigeki, 1 Soul Charge, and 1 Snatch Steal. This deck is pretty fast, so being able to get your resources back is really necessary, and Soul Charge helps with that because if you need to, you can just make an Emerald and recycle back your other stuff. So it's pretty nice, and if you just Soul Charge for a pay 1,000 to get back a Wolf Bark, you can make the Emerald off of that and just pay 1,000 to recycle a whole bunch of stuff. It's really nice. Raigeki, of course, this deck can OTK, so you need to be able to clear the field. And because this is a rank 4 toolbox deck, being able to take your opponent's level 4s are really necessary, and also, if they have a boss monster, you need to get around that none of your exceeds can get through. This is really nice. So then play 2 dress and 1 lance to round out the spells. I prefer dress over lance, but there are times when lance is slightly better than dress, and so I decided to cut the 3rd dress and put in lance in here. But both are really good cards. You need to stop your opponent from activating things. You need to get your normal summons to go off. That's what gets the deck going. So you need your normal summons. Onto the traps. Run 2 traps done. I like this one better in here because this deck special summons galore, and being able to shut off the entire back row is really nice before I go off. Wiretap is nice, but being able to just stop 1 trap is not very effective in this deck, in my opinion. So 2 traps done, you need to shut off the back row. 2 Phoenix Chain, you need to stop monster effects. Breakthrough is far better, but in here, I like Phoenix Chain better because you work so hard to get your monsters out in the field, and all the Koa'ki Meirus, they die at the end of the turn unless you reveal a Beast Warrior or discard an Iron Core. And so trying to keep them on the field can be hard sometimes. So after working so hard to keep them out in the field, Phoenix Chain is slightly better because I don't want them to just be run over, because then I just wasted all my time. So that's why I like Phoenix Chain better in that case. In the case they do get through the Phoenix Chain and they do start attacking my stuff, run 2 Deep Prison and 1 Mirror Force. Deep Prison is far better because destruction is terrible, though a lot of people wouldn't expect the Mirror Force, and so that's why I included it in here. And general removal is still pretty nice, that's why I also play the Koa'ki. But, battle traps. And in case they get past the Deep Prisons and the Mirror Forces, and they do destroy my stuff, I have 2 Call the Haunted. This also helps with the OTK. Just a well-rounded card, so 2 Call the Haunted. And then I only had room for 1 staple trap, and like I said before, the deck space in here is really tight, and so I had to make my choice, and I chose Warning. Compulse is really good. I was going to choose Compulse over this, but Warning kind of stops pretty much everything, pretty much, and so that's why I like it. Bottomless is mediocre, and Torrential is terrible in this deck because you work so hard to get your stuff out, you don't want to kill it. But 1 Warning. That is it for the main. That is 40. On to the extra deck. Play 3 Tiger King. This is the beast of the deck. Beast Warrior, rather. I go into this thing more than anything else. This helps with the OTK. I have the 3 Tenkis and the Tensus that I can search with this. And being able to get 2 or 3 of these on the board in 1 turn, plus having protection, is pretty nice. And also, there are times when I get 3 Fire Formation cards on the field, and so I get his other effect, which is pretty nice. A lot of people don't expect it. They don't realize he has that effect because you normally never have it. But you need 3 Tiger King. It's essential. And I don't play Cardinal because it's too situational in my opinion. It's a nice card, it's a great effect, but I just felt like sticking with the 3 Tiger King and then going into some staples. So start off with 2 101, still a great card. Yes, Castell's better, but I do like the 101, and it's just going to be a toolbox extra deck, so why not play 2 101s? Same with Castell, it is far better, so if I'm going to have 2 101s, I'm going to have 2 Castells as well. Then play 2 Dweller. I really like Dweller at 2 in this deck because Ice brings the attack up to 21, I believe it is, and having the 22, my bad, and having the ability to control the field and also the graveyard is really nice in this deck. As you probably seen before from the Dolce deck, it has really good ability to control the field, obviously, and my problem with that deck going against like Shadows or Bring This is I have no control over the graveyard. I can control the field, but they bring something else out that just stops me from controlling the field, and that's kind of terrible because I can't control the graveyard whatsoever other than the one dweller. But being able to control the field extremely fast in this deck, and then also having 2 dweller to shut off the graveyard is really nice. And so 2 dweller is a must in my opinion. Then play 1 Exotonate because mass removal is nice when you need it. I did say I don't play Torrential here, and that's because Torrential is really bad for main deck, considering I have really tight space. But the extra deck, I had a lot of room, and I felt like if I had the room, I might as well include it because there might be a time I need it. I've never used it at all in the entire time I've played this deck, but if you can make it, you should still have it. So then play 1 Diamond Dower. It's another General Destruction card. Also, if I have this and then also one of the Koa'ki Meiru's out, I can activate Diamond Core to protect my Koa'ki cards from being destroyed, and then I can use Diamond Dower's effect, destroy or target one of my monsters should be destroyed, and then destroy something else, and then my Koa'ki stays alive. So it's pretty nice, blowing up stuff for free. And then play 1 Emerald. You only run basically 9 combo monsters. That's the Wolfbarks, the Airknights, and the Crusaders. And you go through this deck really fast, and being able to recycle your stuff is necessary. That's why the Crusaders are in there, but kind of need more, and Emerald's a great choice. Then play 1 Anti-Luminescent Knight. It's really nice because when I can make a pretty decent field and have like 2 Tower Kings or 3 Tower Kings to make him, and then go for game there, like there's, let's say Mirror Force, which usually I'll trap stun, but let's say Mirror Force, I usually win right there because they can't really depress because I can just choose the one I want to kill and leave this here, and I can use it again if they do something, and so it's really nice to be able to stop targeting. So then play 1 Heartland Draco and 1 Cowboy. Depending on how much life they have left and what I need to do, these are great ways to finish off the game. Just Cowboy for game or make Heartland Draco. And Heartland Draco is really versatile for other times of the game too. If I'm not drawing my combo pieces and my opponent's getting a really good field, I can just make Heartland Draco with the Tenki and the Tensus and just protect it there, and it's pretty nice. So both of these are really nice. That is it for the deck. If you guys have any suggestions of what I could add in, anything you guys would play in place of something, basically anything that I could change about the deck, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe.